Okay, peoples. Hello for our afternoon matinee here on Quest of Oak Island. Hello, my members from Quest. Hello, my members from YouTube. Wake up, it's coffee time. I got Judy with me on the line. Hello, Judy. Hello, Judy.
Hello, John. You're loud and clear here.
Okay, I got you. There's a little delay. I thought I'd come on today, members, um, and give our UK members across the pond, which are 6 and 8 hours ahead of us, which would be 6 or 8 p.m., to see us live. Plus, Saturday night, we have a guest appearance at 7 p.m. Eastern Time with Tony Sampson. Have you seen him on the show many, many times? He'll be on live, taking questions, having a drink or two. What do you think of that, Judy?
I think that sounds good to me. I might put one right in my mug.
And hello, Zelia Haggard. Good afternoon. If you're across the pond, just say where you're from. England, Netherlands, Australia, wherever. Let's see if we got some across the pond members on. And it's about, I would say, between 7 and 8 o'clock. I don't know about the Netherlands. I can't keep track of all the time zones. But then Judy's going to do her synopsis, which was a long night. I mean, they started with a drilling down at 8 o'clock and they finished up at 10 o'clock. I got a couple of items we can go over. This way we can dedicate Saturday to Tony Sampson. And if he stays with us, sure. If not, we can talk about the show again. That happened this Tuesday. It's up to you guys. You members make the group, not me. I'm just a moderator here. And I just try to guide the direction to the good spot. So, what did you guys think of this past Tuesday night's show? Hello, Levon. Just got to work. Okay. Thanks for being here. We'll do some shout outs as people come in. And then we'll get into Judy's synopsis about the show, talk a little bit about the show, and arrivederci. Good to see you too, Levon. But yeah, we had some good dates on some charcoal they found at the Serpent Mountain. We got that so-called, I got a couple of suggestions of that so-called plumb bob that they found on the edge of the swamp. I got my ideas, and we'll just go from there. Hello, Jenny, on the YouTube side. But yeah, they had some good things going on. Obviously, they're just scraping off the muck in the lower right-hand corner of the swamp to expose that, what's it, 20-foot wide by 70-foot long new paved area on the bottom right-hand corner of the swamp that we've all seen in pictures. So that's pretty interesting how they're getting to that. And it was layered in 3 layers, maybe a ramped up paved area going from, obviously there was no road at the time, a paved area going up and maybe towards the a money pit area, a road there, and the other bigger paved area on top. That who knows where that's going. Jenny, I'm going to give you my ideas. I used to be a surveyor, okay? And I went to school for civil engineering. And I'll give you my personal opinion that that is not a plumb bob. You're going to have to hang on to find out what Johnny's brain is cooking on that. All righty. All right, Judy, I'm going to bring your picture up. All right, Judy, I got your picture up. So whenever you're ready, it's all yours.
Okay, thank you. Hi, everyone. The excitement the fellowship showed us on this week's show really makes me wonder what's ahead for Oak Island.
Oh, yes, people, can you hear Judy on the test? Can you hear Judy okay over the phone? Hello, Sandy. There must be sort of a delay here today, Judy.
Yeah, I think there is.
Okay, Levon says loud and clear. Okay, Judy, go ahead. We got the okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. Obviously, the fellowship knows more than we do. So let's move on and find out what that is. It's morning, and Rick, Jack, Gary, Ian, and Billy are in the southeast corner of the swamp. They are looking at the structure found there last week and wondering if it is connected to the pine tar kiln on Lot 15. More importantly, is it connected to the money pit? They have drained the area, and Billy is removing the layer of muck that lies on top of the structure. Gary is metal detecting and finds a piece of charcoal and a piece of pottery. I love how excited he gets. He sees what we don't. At the money pit, Marty, Charles, and Terry are talking about the hole they just drilled. They are hoping to find the void they believe the vault has fallen into. They are following a pattern they have mapped out. After finding nothing in this hole, they move on to the next. Back at the swamp, Gary finds more pottery and charcoal. The pottery matches the blue clay pottery found in the money pit area. They decide to have the charcoal carbon dated to see if it matches the age of the charcoal found in the pine tar kiln. Gary and Jack then find what looks like a layered piece of jewelry. Is it a piece off of a brooch? And is it connected to the other pieces of brooches found 2 years ago? Finding the layer of muck too wet for Billy to continue to remove, they decide to let it dry out for 24 hours. Done for the day. Returning to the money pit area, they are starting a new hole. Since GA5 showed no void or artifacts, they move on to H6.5, and Marty says, carry on. In the war room, the archaeologists and other members of the team are listening to Doug report on the history of serpent mounds found in other areas of North America. They are all approximately 4 feet high and 134 feet long. The mound on Lot 15 has the same dimensions. Charles informs the team that the Templars believe the serpent to be a symbol of knowledge. This symbol of a cross with a serpent wrapped around it was called Araxes. Is the serpent mound on Lot 15 Templar related? The team deems this worth more investigation. The following morning at the swamp in the southeast corner, Billy and the team continue clearing muck off the top of the structure. Underneath, they find 3 layers of stacked stones. Is this in some way connected to the paved area also in the swamp? Ian believes the structure was built before this area became a swamp and could have been built around 1700. Ian decides that the archaeologists need to take a look at the area before they move forward. He asks Gary and Jack to continue metal detecting, as he would like to find more artifacts so the structure can be dated. Returning to the war room, we find Craig via computer giving the team the date of burned charcoal found in the serpent mound last week. The date is 1320 to 1440, the same dating as Zena's map and the lead cross. They now believe the mound could be Templar related. Meanwhile, in the swamp, as Rick and Billy clear trees, Laird and Aaron arrive. They think the structure looks like a roadway and is definitely man-made. The plan now is to continue to dig the structure up slowly and methodically. Gary and Jack bring Rick a metal pin with a hole punched in the top. Could it be from a plumb bob used in construction to ensure a straight build? I have seen them used many times in my life. They will take it to Carmen Legg to find out just what it is and what year it came from. I always look forward to going to Carmen's. How about y'all? That's it for this week, fellow members. Until then, stay safe.
Very, very good, Judy. A huge synopsis of this week. I thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Unbelievable. And they also found a old British coin on the end of the swamp. I think that was 1909 or 1919. It was a some kind of silver British penny coin. I got a picture of it, and we'll put that up with the charcoal and the so-called plumb bob. And this synopsis is right on and very much detailed. I thank you so much, Judy, and you're going to stay on with me, I hope.
I am.
Okay.
I'm here.
All righty. Tim from YouTube. Definitely looks like a plumb blob. I've used them to build something, and my neighbor has used them to survey property. Yup, Tim. Looks awful weird. But I'll give you my idea on what I think it is. And Lonnie says, thank you, Judy. Very good. And we'll go from there. All righty. So let me we'll bring up the piece of charcoal here. Piece of charcoal, where are you? Okay, I got her. Okay, guys, that's the piece of charcoal that the archaeologist Aaron took out of the Serpent Mound that was dated 1320 to 1440. And I thought they had another piece of charcoal with a nail in it. I don't know if they took the nail out of this piece or just a separate piece to be dated. What do you guys think of those dates? If the Serpent Mound is 1320 to 1440, the only dates that connect is with the lead cross, which also those two dates, Judy, connect with who?
Right, that surprises me and tells me that map is worth something.
Yep, and it ties it right into those dates, Judy. It ties it right into the Templar area. In the Templar area, that's the dates. The swamp 1220, the charcoal 1320, the 1440. I mean, that's all they give us is the dates to go by. So we got to combine the dates with the time of the area. You know what I mean, Judy?
Yes, exactly. And there is that thought out there that Zena's map is not the real deal.
Right.
And I think this tells us otherwise.
Richard says, I'm a union carpenter and it looks like an ancient plumb bob to me. Well, Richard, you're going to hang on to see what I say because you'll probably either laugh or think I'm crazy, but you got to think outside the box. And Richard says, amazing dates. Yeah. I mean, the only thing we can connect to these artifacts is the artifacts got to give us a date where we can categorize the date to the people living in that area. You know what I mean, Judy?
Yes. It's the dating that helps us for sure.
Yeah. I mean, then when we get towards the 1600s, the 1700s, you know, way before 1795 when they found the so-called money pit, way before that. But this charcoal dating 1320 to 1440 on the Serpent Mound, if that's what it is, we don't have a certain proven fact that it is a serpent mound, but it surely is man-made, I guess. We can go that far, right, Judy?
Yes, exactly. It does certainly look similar to the serpent mounds here in Ontario.
They got the boulders and the dirt.
Right. I have never seen them in person, but I have seen many pictures of them.
Yeah, it just seems weird that they found them now. Hello, Curtis, on the YouTube site. You know, it just seems weird, Judy, that they're just finding these things now in 2020 when the thing's been there for, 500, 700, 800 years, you know?
Right. Yeah, it does seem strange.
Yeah. So we got that charcoal.
I guess they didn't expect it.
Go ahead.
I guess they didn't expect to find out.
Right. But don't forget, Fred Nolan pushed dirt all over the place. So maybe when they looked at it the first time, they just thought maybe it was off an excavation of scraping off the land and pushing the dirt one way and pushing the dirt the other. But Tom Nolan told the people and told the team that his father had no spot on that spot to push any dirt there. He was never there. This is what Tom Nolan told the team, and that was on the program also. So we know Fred Nolan didn't push the dirt there to make the mounds, but who knows with the further excavations that they had for the 30 years that somebody piled dirt there and stones. I have no idea. More to find out. And Lynette says the dates are the key. Yup. Obviously. This, like I'm saying, Judy, that's the only thing we can go by is the dates. So I hate to repeat myself, but without the dates of the wood and the dates of the charcoal and the dates of some of the coins, but sometimes the coins, I mean, it could have been in your pocket, it could have fell out. I don't know as far as you can date things correctly from a coin found. What do you think of coins, Judy?
Yes, I think it's all important. People think that they're not getting far and not showing us enough, but until we get all those things dated and prove that that date is real, then why go any farther?
Right. Like the end of the season last year, they laid the whole timeline out on the table, and that's what they got to keep on doing. Get that timeline down, find the artifacts they found within that timeline, and that will tell the story of who was there. Not why they were there, but who was there, and go back to their history to see what was going on. Richard, the fact that they're on the island's high ground is significant. Right? And Diane says there's also a connection between the serpents and the Knights Templar. Correct. Yep. And Lynette, they found a lot in a short period of time. Yeah. I mean, this season, we're lucky, like I told Judy and the rest of my members, we're lucky that they had a season 8. We're very lucky they're on this season. They could have just said, no, we'll just put this stuff in and delay it for the next year. You know what I mean, Judy?
Yes, we are lucky. We are on lockdown here in Southern Ontario right now. So I'm hoping this spring the guys don't have any trouble getting over.
Right. But we don't know what's happening. And, once the dreaded COVID and the vaccines start to get out, but who knows how long that's going to take. So we'll just play it by ear, just go by what they tell us and what they show us and go there. Hello, Tammy. Thanks for chiming in, Tammy. There's Tammy Williams. Hello.
Hi, Tammy.
Yep. We did a little afternoon show, Tammy, hoping my UK foreign members get a chance to see us live. I'm thinking 6 to 8 hours difference. So I'm thinking if it's 1:30 here, it's 7:30 there, 9 o'clock there. And just giving them a shout out. I thank you all, your members across the pond. So that's the charcoal piece that was dated. Alrighty. Now this is the coin they found. It's a British penny coin they found on the edge of the swamp. And Tammy says, hello, Judy from YouTube. And Richard says, kudos for the team for progressing this year. Yup. And here's a British penny from 1919. I put that in there anyways because it's a find. I mean, it's a coin. It's a find. How it ties in, I have no idea. But there's a British penny silver coin of 1919. What do you people think of that?
Well, I had forgotten about it, so thank you for remembering. That's quite the date, though.
Right. You know what I mean, Judy? A find is a find,
Right. It is.
Because, like I'm saying to people and members, to put the story together, you have to have even these little insignificant ones in the pot. You got to have everything in the pot.
Well, we know somebody was probably there around that date.
Yep, they were there from the 1800s. They were there. But I just wanted to show that. That was probably just a regular pants pocket find, I guess. I don't know. It wasn't a top pocket find, but it was a pants pocket find. What do you think?
No, Gary didn't get terribly excited, did he?
No. He got really hyped up when he saw the coin, but then when he saw the date and everything. Hi, Connie. How are you today? Alrighty. Now, yep, Jenny, it shows who has all been on the island and when. Correctly. Searchers. Yep. Richard, obviously. Now you guys are going to think I'm nuts. Are you guys ready? Okay, let me get the coin off. Now, all you engineers, all you surveyors, all you plumb bobbers, Richard's ready. I mean, I've done a lot of carpentry myself. I did a lot of civil engineering, and I did surveying. I've been on surveying crews. And to me, this is not number one. There were suggestions that it could be like a sailor's material, a sail material pin or a needle to sew heavy fabric on a sail. That's number one. I don't think so. Number two, many people think it's an antique plumb bob. Number two, I don't think it's a plumb bob. So number one, let's go over who thinks it's a sail material, heavy needle to sew sails or repair sails on a ship. Hi, Kenny, how are you? We'll go with that first. Who thinks it's a needle for heavy repairs on the heavy fabric of a sail?
I don't think so.
And Judy says she don't think so. What about you members out there? Let me see. Anybody saying anything? No, not so far. All right, number 2. I know Richard thinks it's a plumb bob. Who else thinks it's a measuring device as a plumb bob to get center to be straight?
The only thing I can say is I've never seen one shaped like that.
All my plumb bobs were like short and squatty, like a spinner. You know, a spinner, Judy, like a little spinner. They would spin on the table.
Yes. Yeah.
Maybe a little bigger with a sharp point on it, but nothing ever this narrow. Okay.
Great.
It's not a needle. And Tammy's going between 2 groups. Thank you, Tammy. You're the monitor in YouTube. You got the tools in the monitor at the YouTube side. Ken Marshall, possibly a carving tool. Lynette says not a needle. Ferrero says hand raised. Hello, Elizabeth. How are you? Hello, George. YouTube size. Okay, Tammy. You know what I think it is, guys? You guys are going to crack up. Ready, Judy?
Yep, I want to know.
Number 1, you got to think of the land, okay? Now, if you had houses, obviously, to live on Oak Island or sheds or whatever they were living on Oak Island, if they were there, you would use the swamp, which was man-made, as far as Dr. Spooner said, in 1220, right? So the swamp would still be there. Again, I say this over and over, I would use the swamp as a dumping area. They used the land for farming. They had fence posts all around for the cattle and the oxen. Even though the paved areas are under the swamp, in the muck, I would still use the swamp as a dumping area. That's my personal opinion.
Makes perfect sense.
All right. I have remodeled a lot of houses in my life. I love carpentry. I love doing what I have to do. What I think this is, with the hole on the top and the way it goes down to a narrow, is from an old window sage weight. Now think about it, guys.
Yes.
Think about it. The old windows I used to take apart had weights on the sides of the windows to go up and down. They needed a rope through an eye to counterbalance when you open an old window. Okay, guys, talk to me. What do you think? Johnny's brain's fried, or what's going on?
We had those in our first farm home many moons ago, and you're right. It does look like that.
Hi, Carlos. Hi, Margaret. I think it's a counterweight for a window. I mean, I could be wrong. That's my own personal opinion, but plumb bob, no way. A needle, no way. George, you agree with me? Who agrees with me out there? Let's go.
Chris does. Chris has come on, Chris Sipos, and he says he thinks you're right.
Richard, sash weights are usually larger and heavier, but doesn't it depend on the size of the window? If you got a small window, you got a small weight. You got a big window, you have a bigger weight. Come on, Richard, you're a carpenter. Come on, let's go. Me and you, Richard, let's go. Yep, sash weight. Lynette, what do you think? Tammy, what do you think? I mean, I could be totally wrong. Okay. Old sailing needles were made from bone. Okay, good to go. George agrees with me. Elizabeth says, looks like a handle. And there's Tammy. I got to think outside the box. The show made me think always outside the box. You know what I mean, guys?
Right.
Jeremy, I don't know if we had windows like that, but they were filled with lead. And Richard, from the ones he's seen, they're bigger weights. Yeah, they're all different sizes. All different sizes. And Tanya says, I think you're wrong. That's what I like. I like them. I like that. I like that confrontation. So what do you think it is, Tanya? What do you think it is? Give us your idea. Excuse me. What do you think it is if it's found in the swamp? Part of a mechanism? Connie, they put a lot of sheds and temporary buildings up on Oak Island. So who knows where they got the old window from or wherever. I have no idea. I'm just thinking outside the box. Throughout all the hundreds of years, somebody had windows. You know what I mean? I don't know if it was a single pane of glass that just went up and down. I have no idea what buildings or temporary buildings were there. And don't forget, you ever see McGinnis's house? I don't have a picture here, but he had a big house on Oak Island.
Yeah.
I had pictures up a long time ago. And
Richard says, nice try, John, but no cigar.
Richard Pierce could be a tool to dig around big rocks. Yup, it could be anything. Pokey stick for a potbelly stove. Elizabeth. Right? A pokey stick for a potbelly stove. Yeah. I didn't think of that.
Could very well be.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You guys come up with some good ideas. I just threw that out there because I believe this is no plumb bob. And then I just went off the rails on that. And if you look up the McGinnis house, it's huge. It was huge. Obviously, it's not there anymore. So where'd all that material go? It's disappeared. You throw things in the swamp. My own personal opinion, of course. Ship used weights like that tied to a rope to establish how deep the water was. Yep. Depth finders. Yep. Tanya, I think it's for knocking something out of the hole. Just for hanging up. You got the hole on the top. Yeah. I mean, who knows? People can say it's part of a bottom of a cuckoo clock or something. You know, those things that dangle on the bottom. Who the heck knows? But my opinion is it's no plumb bob.
Well, we'll stick with the fellowship and see if they find out.
Yep. Things we got to find out. Because all of a sudden, like the bone they found at the wash machine, all of a sudden, if we don't hear things about it, you know, it wasn't significant. You know what I mean, Judy?
Yes, exactly.
All of a sudden, and then Lynette says something from the burnt ship. Could be. I mean, we didn't get any details on it. And of course, Jack has got to say it had to be a plumb bob to level down to do tunneling. They got to tie everything in with the treasure. They got to tie everything in with the plumb bob. And they got to tie everything in with tunneling. Why? Because tunneling means a tunnel, means treasure, means, oh boy. They can't say it was a window sash. They can't say it was anything else but. Because they maybe get edited out. I'm not sure. But they tell it the way it is when they pick it up. You know what I mean, Judy?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, and Jeremy says, actually, the rope in the water was to find how fast they were going. Knots tied in the ropes told them how many knots they were going. Oh, my God. Good stuff here. Good stuff. You guys are the best.
Wow.
You guys are best. And unbelievable. Elizabeth Doherty says, I Googled 1700 to 1800s plumb bob. It doesn't look anything like this. Yep. Yep.
Very good.
We got all the members are going crazy. I love it. And this is what this group's about. We all work together. We all find out what's going on. And we try to get the facts, not rumors, not hearsay. And that's why you guys are the best. I mean, some people try to copy us. Some people try to do what we do. But that's more power to them. You know what I mean, Judy?
Yes, for darn sure. Yeah, we're used to each other, and everybody feels relaxed.
Yep, that's how I want it to be. Like we're sitting all around the big coffee table and just chit-chatting. And then I throw some pictures in there just to remind my brain what I'm talking about, to tell you the truth. And then Lynette says, what about a temporary tent stake? It could be stakes around the four corners, and they put the rope through the eye. Could be a bunch of stuff. Could be a bunch of stuff. But that was my big thing for today. Trying to determine if this was a plumb bob or not, and just showing you guys. I don't know how many people are in England and everything. And Margaret says, flattery if they try to copy you. Yep, I wish some people would just use their own imagination and their own originality and not copy a successful group and a successful format. You know what I mean? It sort of gets me a little bothered, but not much, because we just move forward, like I tell you at the end of my show. But at least do things on your own. Figure out your own niche. Just don't copy a format of somebody else and go with it. You know what I mean, Judy?
Yes, I agree wholeheartedly.
Yep. And it's like we do our thing and we just go from there. I mean, there's a lot of groups out there. There's a lot of podcasts out there, and probably many more podcasts about Oak Island. My main concern was my members. I never went on YouTube, but because of my members and my guests that came on Facebook Live, they could not share any information because my group was always private. You know what I mean, Judy?
Yes.
So for their people and my guests and my members wanted to share my information, they couldn't do it. So that was the main reason for me to go and make a Quest YouTube channel to put all my videos in one spot. You can go to the one spot and see all my live videos, all my guest appearances, and have one spot to show. I mean, we get 25 to 30,000 people seeing these live videos on Facebook Live. So it doesn't really matter on YouTube if it shows 600 views, 800 views. That's on the YouTube side because they already saw it on the Facebook Live site. This one here, I will leave on both sites, YouTube and Facebook Live. Same thing with Tony Sampson's interview Saturday. Sometimes I'll just put it on YouTube so I get some watch hours, because obviously if I have it on Facebook Live and YouTube, none of you guys will go to YouTube to watch it. You'll just be on Facebook Live. You know what I mean, Judy?
Yes, that's where I go. But I do go on sometimes and watch some of the former shows on YouTube.
Right. And hello, Martin. Hello, Linda. And yeah, And so that's the main reason why I went on YouTube, because the guests wanted to share it to their page. Well, they couldn't do it. So I had to put it on YouTube because YouTube is all shareable. So even people on my group who have been banned or deleted or just hate me for some reason, they still can go to YouTube and see our live shows because it's open to the public. So it doesn't matter if they're here or not, they still see my content on YouTube. You know what I mean, Judy?
Yes. Oh, more power to them.
Yep. And YouTube has a better platform as far as videos and editing. Facebook, I get so many glitches on Facebook Live that sometimes it gets frustrating. So far, my audio's been doing good for some reason. I've been coming on and all of a sudden no audio. But lately, Judy, it's been right on.
Maybe I'm good luck.
Yep, Judy's good luck. Hello, Buzz. How are you? A lot of people too, Judy, asked me about that VPN.
Yes.
So maybe you can write something up at one time this week, no rush, on how you see the show on Tuesday nights as same as I do.
Okay, I will do that.
You know, no rush, just, for people, we can leave it on there. So people looking to see the show on a Tuesday night instead of waiting until Sunday. Caroline, the first episode of season 8 was on the UK last night. We recorded it and are watching it tonight. And we are so excited. Thank you. Thank you. Connie goes to YouTube. Yeah, YouTube's got a great video platform. Are you guys excited for Tony Sampson to be on Saturday night?
Oh, yeah. Looking forward to that.
And Tammy says you have homework to do.
I'll get her done, Tammy.
Tammy, I just gave Judy a call. Hey, Judy, we're going on live. When? I don't know, in about an hour. Oh my God. This is like we do, on the spot. You can't be too scheduled. I'm never that scheduled, except for you guys on Saturdays and Tuesdays pre-show. But I just like to pop on, ask some people if they got some time to pop on. They would, but anybody that wants to pop on, any cast members or anybody that's been on my show live, you always can pop on for 10 minutes. Say hello, say goodbye. This is not a big deal. It's just a guest appearance. Hello, goodbye. What's going on for this past 8 seasons? And leave. That's all. That's all it is. It's a spot on going live, and with our live shows on Saturdays only of guest appearances. I don't want to do it during the weekday. Judy, don't you think it's better for us to do it on a Saturday night, our synopsis, than gives us time during the week to collect more information?
Yes, I agree. I like Saturday night. Certainly makes the weekend more exciting.
Right. Richard said, would Erwin be on as well? Yes, she will be. She will be on my show when she gets the okay that she can speak. Obviously, like I told everybody, they all have non-disclosure agreements. Some of them are so tight they can't come on social media. They can't say anything. Like Doug Cromwell, he can't come on. He can't say anything. He's afraid he might say something that they might show from 3 years ago. They show it this year, then he's in trouble. So it's better for him not to come on. The theorists come on. They got to be careful what they say, but they're more lenient. And Tony Sampson can come on, and we had Carmen and Peter Armistead and all the rest of them. They got the leeway to say something, so that's why they come on. Otherwise, they can't. And Tammy says, I literally stopped what I was doing to chat with y'all because this group is family and love talking to you all about Oak Island and everybody's views. And Jennifer, I agree, Judy. Yep. Hi, Frankie. How are you? Everybody's excited for Tony Sampson. Yep. Good morning from Colorado. Have your coffee and listen to John. I'm ready to get off in a little while. And don't forget, we got Tony Sampson. You can't say nothing about the metal hits he hit, Judy, on the bottom of the bay there.
Right.
You can't say nothing, but we got hits from the metal detector. It's going crazy down here, as he told the group in the war room. You know, and Laird said underwater archaeology can be conducted from a permit from the province. So maybe they're getting that done also this year to show us what was going on and show us for next year.
Yes. I hope we find out something this year, but who knows?
Curtis, the problem I have watching live on YouTube is that most of the members watch live on Facebook, so there is where most of the comments come from. Being on YouTube, I miss these comments. Right. Because some people don't like YouTube, some YouTubers don't like Facebook. So like me and Tammy, we got both on at the same time. I'm looking back and forth. But I see both comments from both YouTube and Facebook in one spot. But BeLive just shows me Facebook user. It doesn't show me the name. So that's why I have to go back to the Quest group page to see the name. Hello, Annette from Alaska. Oh, my God.
Wow.
But there was somebody from Switzerland. Fantastic. So we'll get more information coming up next week. Like I said, Saturday we got Tony Sampson. Hoping to see all you guys at about 7 p.m. on Saturday night, Eastern Time, USA. I hope I haven't any kind of technical problems with Tony, and we'll see how it goes. Hope it's all smooth.
It will be, John. It will.
And I gave you my synopsis of myself about the plumb bob, about the charcoal. And Tammy, she has literally 2 laptops and my iPhone on, every group monitoring them. But I love it. Tammy showed a picture of her her media center of me on her TV or laptops. I got a big kick out of it. Tammy. I love it. Well, we're going to end up this live show very shortly, Judy. I want to thank you for calling in.
Thank you for letting me.
Yep.
I have enjoyed it.
Yep.
And I'm going to say goodbye to everybody and see you Saturday night.
Okay. Goodbye, Judy. And I'm going to send off myself in about 2 minutes. Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So there was Judy doing her thing. Well, thank you, Elizabeth. Tammy, thank you for your work. Judy, thank you for your help. Don't forget now, everybody. What's my saying? Always go forward, never back. Stay positive. Believe in your dreams. You have a dream, go for it, no matter how old you are. Stay positive all the time. You might have setbacks, but never go back. You go forward. Even in this crazy time, you be safe, you take care of yourself, you take care of your family, and be safe. I want to thank everybody that came in today on this little spot-on live interview in the afternoon for my UK visitors. And I hope the rest of the day is great. We'll see you Saturday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time with Tony Sampson will be here live, taking your questions. Call him up, talk to him yourself like I talk to him. Without you members, our group is nothing. I love how we interact to each other. Since August of 2016, you guys been the best. I just think you guys are fantastic. Let's get it going. Thank you, and have a good afternoon and have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.